Okay. Then there are some other concepts which is not related to the compensation and headcount. So the one is productivity. So we briefly discussed what is the productivity. So productivity is how many peoples we are serving per person per FTE, right? That is productivity. So then we don't need to, I think, go further in this. We have a concept called labor turnover. So what is labor turnover? In HR, you must know, lah.
Yeah, the design, that date.
Yeah. So labor turnover means how many times you have a new staff, right? So the labor turnover high or low, is it better or good? Better or
Lower is
bad?
good.
Lower is good. Why?
Uh, the interest in our organization, the stuff.
Hmm.
They no need to go to other organization.
Yeah, that is one thing, but it has a financial impact. What is the impact of labor turnover?
We need to be recruitment cost will be high.
Yes. So one aspect is the recruitment cost will be expensive, right? Another, there is one more. How about the training cost? If the person who has spent maybe 10 hours, 10 years in your organization has learned everything, now you can rely on them like blindfolded. You just tell him what to do and he know everything. That person resign, new person comes in. First thing is maybe that person might be expensive because you are hiring him from the market. The peoples you are hiring, you are successing from the internal organization. You are not paying them at the market rate. You are normally paying them a lower rate because this person is already being with you, right, for a long time. So he also don't want to go outside. So you can pay him 100,000, or let's say that person is giving $1,000. Market is $2,000. If you promote him to that position, you will not give him immediately $2,000. You may tell him, okay, you get 1,200 first. Based on 3 months, I will look at and then I will increase again. You increase another 200 after 3 months. So 1,400. But the market value is 2,000. So for you is less. For him is benefit because he get 400 extra. He's spending nothing extra, right? He's just spending his normal time. So he is happy, you are happy. Now they take a situation, he leave to another organization because the gap between market rate and his salary is very high. So he will go to that person, get $2,000. So now you need to hire another person. So first thing you need to pay immediately 2,000. So you are paying $600 extra. After that, you need to train him. Maybe he will take 1 month in maybe understanding everything, understanding the organization, where is the toilet, where is the meal, where how to go, especially for hotels which are very complicated in design, especially in the back house. He may lost his lot of time just to find out where is the kitchen, where is the toilet, where is this, where is that, and he may not be able to understand how to talk to a division head. Is that every organization has a different culture. So by the time he draft into himself into the culture, maybe 1 month, 2 months has passed already. So he is not doing anything. So you lost the productivity. And then you need to train him on the organization standard, 5 lakh safety standards, hygiene standards, this standard, that standard. Lot of trainings, right? So then it means maybe another month gone. So his 3 month salary is finished. So only the one change cost you nearly $6,000, right? So that's the cost of labor turnover. So the lowest labor turnover is the very good. However, you cannot say there should not be no labor turnover because in that case, it's like you are a fixed river, has no water flow, so it will stink at any time. You're not getting anything new. You're not learning new, right? So some organizations. So now normally the labor turnover at the lowest level is the cheapest. So if service associate goes, never mind, can hire another one. The market is the same. The market compensation is differ only in the managerial levels or supervisor level, mostly managerial. Supervisors and the associates are usually the same. So people's organizations, they don't control the supervisors and the associates. They control the managers, assistant managers. Those are the people who are more worth of spending the time. So how you are going to retain them, that we will look into the other slides. But the idea of labor turnover is you still need to have turnover only in the lower section, which is non-skilled. Then you train them to become a skilled person. Those people you need to keep strongly, right? So that's the labor turnover is the one of the key term after productivity to control the labor cost. But it doesn't show directly. It just show the impact on the labor cost indirectly. Then you have outsourcing contracts. So outsourcing contract means you have hired somebody from outside. So outsourced contracts are normally cheaper, or you do by yourself is cheaper. Let's say you are hiring a security. So yeah, you do. There are two things. One thing is in terms of cash is cheaper. If you hire from outside, let's say you hire a security company, they are giving you 20 employees. So 20 employees, if you hire by yourself, will be cheaper because you pay them less. You don't need to pay any profit. But if you hire from outside, you have to pay a profit to that company, right? So that definitely doing by yourself is cheaper. But then you need to think again. You need one person to manage those 20 peoples. Then you need to provide them the other benefits, meal standards or the labor, uniform, everything, right? Leaves, everything. And then if you have labor turnover in those things, then you have a headache. You have recruitment costs, you have training costs, you have this cost, that cost, so many costs. So in that, if you took up all those costs together, then maybe the outsourced contract may be cheaper. Reason being, those people are established standards players in the industry. If the person leave, so again you can have a different benefit level. So if let's say the person is hired from the outside, you can pay him 10-day leave, but your organization standard may be 20. But you can say, okay, I will not give you the leave because you are third party contractor. I will not give you the mail because you are third party contractor. So you can differentiate in the level of benefits you are providing. This is actually immoral. I'm not teaching, but the ethical thing or the immoral things you have to decide by yourself how you are going to manage. Some organizations they are very fair with the staff. If you hire from anyone, you hire by directly or third party, they will give you the same benefits. But some organizations are not like that. Some organizations they differentiate. My employees are my employees. I take care of them. Third party employees are not my employees. So the third party company, however they treat them, is their problem. So I'm not saying which one is right or which one is wrong. I'm just highlighting the differences. So how to implement it is your idea. Hmm? But the idea here, what I wanted to bring your attention is the outsourcing contracts you need to evaluate in the entirety, not just only in terms of money that you are paying, and not just in terms of money that you could do if you do by yourself, right? So because this is one of the very fine difference between managing the labor cost. Okay. Then you have resource planning. How many equipments you need to provide? In the kitchen, let's say you buy a meat slicer, which is fast meat slicer. So you can hire one person to operate that meat slicer, and then you can do it very quickly. Or otherwise, you can hire only the knife and other thing, which is cheaper, but you need to hire more people to do the same thing. So which one will be beneficial? So that is again a part of the equipment planning. You can hire a dishwashing machine, which can be a very high end dishwashing machine. So you can spend money on the dishwashing machine like $10,000, but then you don't need to hire any person on dishwashing. You just need to hire one person to operate that dishwashing. You need to get the material, get the things in, put into the machine, it will clean, and then you just take it out. Finish. So one person can operate. But if you have a lot of dishes and you don't have a machine, then you need to hire more people to clean those equipments. Otherwise, you can hire one person, but you need to hire more equipment. You need to buy more equipments because then your power level will increase, right? So because, for example, in the chef, because you are chef, right? So you are managing the chinaware, glassware, silverware. So you are making power based on how many people and how many plates I need for breakfast, how many plates I need for dinner, how many plates I need for lunch. But you are not considering that you will be able to wash them. But if you consider you can wash them in 2 hours, means after breakfast you can wash them and immediately use in the lunch. So you don't need to hire two power, right?
Yeah.
But you need to be able to wash them. So there are only two ways to wash them fast: hire more employees or hire machine. So which way is better, which way is cheaper? That one will depend on the quality of machine and how many people, how fast the manpower can do the job, right? So, but you need to be able to do that analysis in your activities. So, if you want to go and manage your labor cost, I would advise the way to do is to you look at first what are the high headcounts and what exactly they are doing. Is there any way you can give them a machine or give them a automatic equipment so that those jobs can be done by the machine instead of manual peoples, right? But that may mean that you need to terminate the peoples, but that is decision that need to take by the company, not by us. And then you have a layout of the shop floor. Shop floor means the factory or your hotel or your consider a hotel, consider a F&B restaurant, which is fairly walled, like not like an open space, right? You have like this open space. You can one person can see everyone.
Yeah.
But if you have a cabin, small cabin like a Japanese restaurant, you need each and every section one person because one person cannot see everything, right? So the layout also again play a role in the labor cost management. So how you lay out your restaurant affects your labor cost again, correct? And then that is something which is not in your control directly because it depends on the interior designer, it depends on the owners how they want to manage the labor cost. But idea of this will help you to compare because sometimes we compare like this restaurant and another restaurant which is open, then they are able to manage with 10 people, we are doing with 20 people. Why? But this is one of the factor which will affect the number of people you are hiring, right?